Can everybody hear me now?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, how exciting that is. Well, good afternoon then, everybody. Well, listen, I'm hearing people going back and forth. This is great. I'm Tom Banks, the Director of Marketing at DSPM. And so not only good morning, good afternoon. I think there's an old radio show in here somewhere. Good morning, good afternoon, and happy holidays. So, and thanks for joining DSPM along with our partners at Nevada Sales as we explore an exciting topic, centralized emergency lighting. It's exciting for some of us, at least. And so, before I begin, I just need to tell everyone that we have to acknowledge that we are recording this, so we have happy attorneys. So this will be recorded, and if everything goes well, we'll put it up on we'll make it available to everyone so they can enjoy my sonorous voice anytime they wish. So today, my objective is real simple, and that is I want to empower everyone to buy a lot of DSPM inverters, but also to be comfortable with the use of this tool and technology and to deal with their lighting strategies. Unfortunately, for some people I've discovered during my tenure here at DSPM, this could be a complicated process. If people don't know what unit is, don't know what NEMA stands for, don't know what voltages are, et cetera, it is kind of an uncomfortable place to be for the uninformed. Unless you're a 25-year veteran in engineering and lighting, and you're likely to be struck with some trepidation and concern and just simply overwhelmed. However, I have learned that with a little bit of information, we can assuage this concern, and there is no anticipation warranted. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, it's a pretty simple topic. We at DSPM, we simply take a bunch of batteries, plug them into some circuit boards, and create alternating current just like that provided by your local Edison company or whatever kind of company that provides you utility power. So let's take a quick breath and enjoy your lunch while we walk through this. I hope it doesn't cause any indigestion. And hopefully we'll assuage your concerns, and hopefully we'll empower you to be proactive, confident, and find some order in this process and to be able to meet your needs. Remember, our team here at DSPM is here to help you. They're friendly, skilled, sometimes a little boring, but they're committed to delivering the best-in-class technology, service, guidance, and support, along with team members like Nevada Sales. With 25 years of history, DSPM is literally a proven power solutions provider and an innovator, illustrated by our proprietary technologies, leading-edge features like IBMS Battery Ready, our unique autonomous inverter and battery monitoring technology. Also, we're pretty proud to be Buy American compliant, UL certified, and we are veteran-owned and offer a wide range of NEMA enclosures for every imaginable environment and harsh environment you can conceive of. I know your time's valuable, and they probably didn't give you enough food there at Nevada Sales, so I'm going to have to go quick. As such, our webinar format is designed to be kind of a fire hose, but it's simple and efficient, a little bit of introduction, product overviews, solutions, and an opportunity for you to answer simple questions since I'm not an engineer. If you're anything like me, you're pretty excited about this industry because the emergency lighting marketplace, where centralized emergency lighting represents a 49% of the growing market and is projected to exceed $2.7 trillion by 2025. That's an 8% compound annual growth rate. So in a nutshell, DSPM specializes in developing power conversion products, which are technology that takes direct current from batteries and converts it into clean and dependable alternating current. To deliver dependable alternating current, DSPM employs highly efficient pulse width modulation, which enables our technology to efficiently and dependably change standby batteries into usable, necessary, and dependable current, all of which is monitored in real time by our innovative battery-ready technology. At the core of DSPM's arsenal of power solutions is our innovative series of inverters, high power voltage converters, and UPSs. So let's dive in and take a quick tour. All of us here are proud of our technology. We believe it's innovative, reliable, affordable, and American-made. Today, we're going to look under the hood of DSPM's inverters, which are offered in two types, online and standby. First, our online inverters are designed to power your load 100% of the time. In doing so, your power needs are met, and more importantly, your equipment is isolated from the consequences of burnouts, brownouts, noise, power spikes, and disturbances. In contrast, our standby inverters are at the ready in the event the utility power fails, at which time DSPM's inverter switches the power load to the battery array. Your only question is, which one is right for the application? Your decision depends on the type of load you wish to protect. If you need backup power for fluorescent lights, our standby inverters will likely do the job. However, if you need clean, uninterrupted power for your computer systems, critical medical equipment, or other power-sensitive systems, then you need to employ one of our online inverters. Each DSPM inverter system is power insurance that sits between utility company's power and your load. So let's walk through DSPM's technology with this very simple inverter system diagram. Of importance is DSPM's functional bypass switch that allows for the transfer of the utility company's power directly to your load. More importantly, when activated, it ensures no current is flowing through DSPM circuits, guaranteeing safe access for maintenance and service. Next on the illustration is the AC to DC rectifier stage, which converts the utility company's alternating current into direct current used to charge the batteries to full and ready capacity. The next step is delivery of the rectified DC current to the inverter stage that converts the direct current into pure, clean, alternating current delivered to your load. As you move through the inverter systems, we see DSPM system control and alarm display. This digital computer-driven technology monitors every aspect of a DSPM inverter and swiftly determines when and if power needs to be switched to the backup batteries by way of the digital static bypass switch. Or in the event of an inverter system failure, the static bypass switch will take the inverter offline and revert to your utility company's electrical feed. In all possible cases, DSPM's monitor keeps you informed in real time of the status of the system by way of an intuitive digital display. To protect the integrity of DSPM systems, input, output, and batteries are all protected by circuit breakers. If you've got specific output circuit breaker needs, speak with one of our in-house specialists or field representatives to learn about DSPM's flexible and dependable output circuit breaker capability. In order to appreciate how power flows through DSPM's inverters, excuse me, the green line illustrates normal power flow. Note in our online inverters, power flows through the inverter stage 100% of the time, whether from the utility company or the backup batteries, eliminating switching delays. Finally, in the event of a utility power failure, the red line shows the flow of power through the online inverter. Because this inverter is online 100% of the time, the status of the utility company's feed is invisible to your equipment or lighting since the batteries are in the power supply loop at all times. DSPM's maintenance bypass switch ensures the inverter is completely isolated from both power source and the load, guaranteeing technicians are safe when performing service or maintenance. At first glance, at least for me, excuse me, DSPM standby inverters look similar to our online inverters. The only difference is how power flows through our standby inverters. Basically, during operation, illustrated by the green line, the delivery of power to your load is directly from the utility provider to your load controlled by the solid-state bypass switch. In the event of a power failure, illustrated by the red line, the static bypass switch quickly and seamlessly transfers to the standby batteries in 4 milliseconds or faster when needed. The good news is systems such as lighting will probably never notice the transfer delay. However, as I said earlier, high-speed digital equipment may be sensitive to the short switching delays, and as such, excuse me, may not be a candidate for DSPM standby inverters. Regardless, in the event of a power failure, the DSPM inverter will deliver clean alternating current to your load. Finally, let's take a look at DSPM's unique high voltage DC to AC converter, Zeus, designed for specific needs of the electric rail. Compared with either DSPM's online or standby inverters, Zeus is pretty straightforward. Like DSPM's other power systems, Zeus provides clean and dependable power to your load. However, unlike conventional inverters, Zeus doesn't sit between the utility company's power and your load, but rather derives its power from the high voltage direct current supplying the electric rail. Here we see Zeus's DC to DC converter stage, which ensures Zeus is provided with clean direct current. The next step is delivery of the processed direct current to the inverter stage and converts the direct current to pure, clean, alternating current. As we see the the inverter systems, we see DSPM's control center. Like all DSPM's power systems, this digital computer-driven technology monitors every aspect of Zeus's systems and swiftly determines whether and if power needs to be switched to the high voltage rail power. In all possible cases, DSPM's monitor keeps everyone informed in real time of the status of the system. In the event of a power failure at a local train station, energy is derived from the transit system's high voltage rail power, processed and delivered to the load in the need of energy, illustrated by the red line. Again, to protect the integrity of DSPM systems, input and output are protected by circuit breakers. As with all systems, circuit breaker configuration is flexible and can be configured to meet your specific output needs. Just again, speak with one of our in-house representatives to be able to find out how to solve your problem. Beginning with our sturdy industry-specific and durable enclosures, well-organized wiring, right down to the smallest connector, every DSPM inverter is meticulously manufactured to strictest tolerances, all right here in America. DSPM uses modern manufacturing techniques with an eye on Six Sigma standards, ensuring reliability and dependability. Before a DSPM inverter leaves our factory, it is subjected to the most rigorous testing and quality control procedures available, all to assure your DSPM inverter arrives ready to operate and at the ready when needed. DSPM's mission is simple. We're committed to providing our customers the most reliable and dependable emergency power solution possible. To achieve this objective, each step is obsessively tracked by DSPM's proprietary manufacturing software. You can rest assured knowing that we just don't stuff components into a box, cramming them together to save a few pennies, then ship it on its merry way. Since DSPM was founded, our standard has been high and uncompromising. As quality and optimal, as such, every component is of the highest quality, optimally positioned, securely fastened, and legibly identified in order to assure maximum performance, dependability, reliability, and serviceability, traits our customers have grown to depend on and expect from DSPM. The bottom line is, since our name's on every inverter, you can rest assured that we have a commitment to quality and reliability, and it's unwavering. So let's take a look at DSPM's power solution, shall we? First is our Defender line of inverters, perfect for emergency egress and other applications. The Defender series offers amazing power and capability in a variety of footprints, suitable for medical suites, retailers, and other locations where space is at a premium. Being an online emergency power solution, our Defender series provides protection from power noise, spikes, surges, and brownouts because your load, as I mentioned earlier, is powered 100% of the time by the online inverter. As such, there's no switching delays when emergency power is needed. If you need an online emergency solution, the Defender series is the perfect and flexible fit with ratings from 350 watts to 125 kilowatts. DSPM's Defenders ensure uninterrupted and continuous power is absolutely available without delay. Like Defenders, our Cobra series also ensures power is available when needed during an emergency. Because our Cobra inverters provide standby emergency power, they're more affordable. Yet their fast switching speeds assure you the perfect solution when powering devices such as lights, where the cost of seamless power transfer isn't necessary. Along with its convenient footprint and power ratings from 75 watts to 125 kilowatts, DSPM's Cobra series is affordable, flexible, and perfect for standby power applications. Our Fortress series employs DSPM's proven power solution encased in cabinets designed for harsh environments. Like DSPM's products, our users can mix and match loads, and rest assured Fortress series is at the ready regardless of the application, environment, or condition, hence the name Fortress. Who can forget our Lionel train speeding around the track in circles under the Christmas tree, or consuming Dad's attention in the basement? Always with the perpetual clacking of locomotives' wheels against the train tracks, burned deep in the memories are the ever-present sparks accompanied by the aroma of ozone wafting into the air. It's the metal meeting rail phenomenon that brings us from our childhood dreams to today. In contrast, our model trains of days past, there are few things in life more frightening than the thought of coming face to face with a train weighing thousands of tons. Some successfully avoid the conflict, yet others unfortunately lose the battle. Today, billions of rail travelers commuters ride to and from work on trains that are just like those of our childhood, just a lot bigger and powered by thousands of volts. Today's transit rail designers are creative in powering electric rail from numerous sources, reducing the possibility of multi-system failures. In doing so, they separate the train's electric system from the grid powering the city and each individual train station's lights and communications. Regardless of your view on global warming, the trend toward electric rail is progressing rapidly at an incredible pace. Today, 15 rapid transit rail systems provide transportation for 10.4 million riders daily. Commuters can rest assured if the city's AC power goes down, rail cars will continue to move, keeping unwitting travelers from being stuck on bridges, underground, and tunnels, or just far away from their destinations. The bad news, however, is command, control, and communications don't run on a direct current that powers the trains. In the event of a power failure, trains must continue to run, but radios, gates, and lighting may go down, creating a very dangerous situation. To address this challenge, we created the only Made in America solution and the newest member of DSPM's family of products, which is currently employed by the Chicago Transit System. Meet Zeus, DSPM's high voltage DC to AC converter. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, DSPM's Zeus high voltage DC to AC converter stands ready to seamlessly tap into thousands of volts of direct current used to power electric rapid transit trains into usable 120 to 480 volts of alternating current to keep communications, lighting, and safety and control systems operating. Rated from 8 kVA to 32 kVA, DSPM's high voltage DC to AC converter is the powerhouse every electric rail line needs to ensure its travelers' safety. In all, Zeus is a simple and affordable solution to provide on-demand energy power for lighting, gates, and communications in an emergency. In all, Zeus is a simple and affordable solution and more affordable than the alternatives available to your local communities. Most importantly, Zeus provides backup power at a tenth the cost of traditional alternatives. Because Zeus derives its power from the third rail, that's the rail that accompanies the track that on the ground or that goes overhead. It doesn't use any batteries, and Zeus was designed to withstand the harshest environments. Additionally, Zeus has an impressive 5-year maintenance cycle and a 30-year life cycle. In all, Zeus is the right and affordable solution for providing power to transit stations in an emergency. When asked, our typical engineering specifier considers DSPM an emergency lighting power solutions provider. It's true. We provide centralized emergency lighting solutions. However, we are much, much more. With DSPM's Power Lift, we have become an affordable and flexible emergency power solution for the nation's elevators. Every year, power outages occur across the country, stranding frightened people in elevators. Elevators are everywhere, with over 900,000 in operation throughout the United States. Statistically, that represents one elevator for every 300 citizens. Just as interesting is the fact that outside of major metropolitan areas like New York, the average elevator provides service to 5-story buildings. America's elevators are true workhorses, with passengers averaging 4 trips a day. As we continue building up rather than out, the U.S. elevator industry is growing at an impressive 2.7% annually, creating more demand for reliable and dependable operation, especially in an emergency. DSPM's power lift inverters are specifically configured to meet the unique power demands presented by elevators. Regardless of your need, power lift is available in 10 to 50 kilowatt configurations at up to 100 kVA. Each power lift inverter is designed to handle 600% overload capacity, with the ability to provide lighting and elevator emergency power for more than 90 minutes to 4 hours. And like all of DSPM systems, PowerLift can incorporate battery-ready monitoring and tracking the health of every cell in the DSPM inverter. DSPM standby inverters are truly the heart of the successful emergency lighting strategy. However, even the most advanced emergency power inverter cannot overcome the challenge represented by a wall switch, a light switch, or a circuit breaker that has been accidentally switched off by flying debris during an earthquake or intentionally flipped to the off position before a power outage. DSPM's control unit, ECM for short, empowers you to take control over lighting and power systems that are out of reach or inaccessible. Albeit DSPM's environmental control modules are small, they're mighty, with the ability to handle 20 amp loads at 120, 208, or 277 volts AC. By simply connecting ECMs to selected fixtures, systems, switches, or lamps, you can rest assured that normal operation can be maintained in an emergency. In the event of a power shortage, fixtures, lamps, and other loads that have been physically turned off, which are connected to an ECM, ensures continuous operation or be switched back on to full light output. More than just believing emergency power will be there when needed, we all deserve the peace of mind knowing that in an emergency, our standby power is at the ready, ensuring the building's occupants will find their way to safety thanks to well-lighted paths. DSPM's innovative real-time battery-ready monitoring system keeps you informed and assures you that your emergency power solution is healthy and ready to respond when needed. It's 2019 and computerized smart systems are key to improving the human condition and are popping up in every imaginable situation in technology, even lighting. Taking the lead in centralized emergency light power monitoring is DSPM's computer-based solution, Battery Ready, providing real-time monitoring at every minute of every day, ensuring emergency power is ready, healthy, and compliant with all applicable regulations. DSPM's Battery Ready technology is not just ensures regulatory compliance, It reduces arduous record keeping, reporting, and just as important, the risk of injury to technicians climbing up and down ladders, floor after floor throughout a building. If a problem occurs, Battery Ready will immediately alert management via email so a solution can be employed in a timely manner. We're proud to be able to provide our customers a spectrum of standard and optional features with our DSPM products. DSPM's mission is to exceed your expectations and as illustrated by our robust list of standard features. You can count on DSPM meeting stringent NEMA enclosure standards, providing you the flexibility of single and three-phase units in any desired input or output voltage configuration to accommodate your needs. Just as important, all DSPM units are Buy American compliant, ensuring an easy and patriotic decision. Consistent with our commitment to meet your needs, DSPM offers a wide variety of flexible and powerful options, including enclosures, circuit breakers, startup support, control modules, and our powerful battery-ready system. What we know is our customers need and desire peace of mind. We rest assured DSPM's products are affordable and backed by 25+ years of experience and are all Buy America compliant. Just as important is the fact that DSPM's products are flexible. They're all backed by a 10-year battery program and are supported by our on-site and remote startup and service solutions. From a regulatory perspective, DSPM's real-time monitoring, Battery Ready, and our seismic rated options ensure your DSPM power solution is ready, sturdy, and compliant. Ensuring that often elusive peace of mind, DSPM brings decades of experience to the table, providing responsive and professional pre- and post-sale support and service, a proven commitment to sharing our wealth of knowledge and experience, and we are compliant and proud to be American-made. Well, this pretty much brings our presentation to a close. Now that our mission was to provide you some information about DSPM, introduce you to people in our organization, and to let you know that we're here to help you. All that we need from you now is to provide us with your specification. So, if I did my job right, I defined some objectives for this little webinar, reviewed the marketplace, we looked at DSPM solutions, dove into some details, identified our benefits, and established an action plan. I have before me a list of questions that have been provided that I'm going to go through them, and hopefully it addresses any questions you might have. And if we have any other questions, I'll be happy to try to answer them. If not, I will find an answer for you immediately because I'm not an engineer. So one of the questions we have here is, how many circuit breakers can a DSPM inverter have? Well, the answer is typically dependent on cabinet size. Larger cabinets can support more breakers, ranging from 10 to 30 pole positions. We have a question here that was provided us. It says, what is DSPM's power factor? Well, thanks to Mo and his engineering team, DSPM's power factor is unity, or 1, which ensures maximum efficiency. One of the questions we've been provided is, what is DSPM's battery time under full load? Because DSPM's UL 924 certified, our inverters are designed to provide at least 90 minutes of backup power at full load. Of course, backup time can be extended by simply adding more batteries, which may or not require supplemental enclosures to accommodate these extra batteries. Our next question is, are external maintenance switches available for DSPM inverters? The answer is yes. As we illustrated earlier, that our full line of inverters incorporate foolproof and easily accessible maintenance switches, ensuring flexible and safety and capability. Can DSPM circuit breakers be single or three-phase? The answer to that is yes. DSPM is happy to configure each inverter to meet the needs of our customers. Toward this end, you have complete flexibility to choose from 1, 2, or 3 pole output circuit breakers. Another question is, we hear as often, the question is, why are they called inverters? That's a great question. Originally, as I've been told, converters were large rotating electromechanical devices used to convert AC to DC. And so, it was shared to me one evening over a beer, if you invert the connectors on a converter, you put DC in and get AC out, hence an inverter is an inverted converter. Similar to the previous question, how is inverter different from a UPS? At DSPM, we like to explain that the difference between an inverter and a UPS is a UPS typically includes the inverter, battery and battery charger in one standalone unit. More importantly, UPSs typically have a communication link with the equipment it's powering, enabling the device to know that it is operating on standby mode, thus giving the equipment ample time to shut down or deliver warning to a human to shut the system down. Inverters, however, typically don't have this communication, and we're designed to keep everything running as long as possible. How do we select the right size inverter? Well, that's our team's job, is to help you do that. Selecting the right DSPM inverter is simple. Basically, you add up all the power ratings in the circuit, and there you have it. It's at least as simple as an answer I can give somebody without looking at an architectural plan. What are the benefits of inverters over emergency power packs? The battle between centralized and decentralized emergency lighting has been going on for a long time and will continue. We believe the lumen output maintenance and testing are the major benefits of installing a centralized inverter. The lumen outputs of fixtures powered by emergency battery pack is roughly 30 to 40% of normal. Because of this diminished performance, additional battery packs and fixtures may be necessary to meet required lighting levels and lighting coverage. In contrast, lights powered by inverters can perform at 100% lumen output. In an emergency, that's a big difference. Finally, when it comes to required monthly and annual emergency light testing, inverters have a tremendous maintenance advantage. Imagine physically testing each individual battery pack and cataloging the results. It can be quite a job. However, in contrast, DSPM's centralized inverter allows for easy remote testing, accessible test results retrieved and stored in a single location. DSPM's battery-ready system takes all the work out of regulatory compliance. Do DSPM's inverters come with batteries installed? This is probably one of the most common questions we hear. First, we ship batteries separately per UL safety requirements. Also, it's our opinion to ensure safety and to prevent damage to the batteries, shelves of the system, we have the batteries drop shipped to meet the inverter. What is DSPM's typical lead time? Our mission is to ensure orders are fulfilled quickly and accurately. Since each unit is built to the customer's satisfaction and specification, our lead times from receipt of purchase order is 4 to 5 weeks for single phase and 5 to 6 weeks for 3-phase. And finally, the last question that I received is, what distinguishes DSPM from the competition? Other than we're just wonderful, we're very special because DSPM is an American manufacturer and veteran owned. Additionally, our units are priced competitively, and we have excellent lead times considering that we build each inverter to your specification. Well, I'm going to bring this webinar to a close, and it will be available on our website, and we're always available for you. We do want you to take time and listen to our podcast. I do this about every week, and we have a series of podcasts that cover all kinds of topics. We have one that we interviewed a gentleman, a specifying engineer, an expert in elevators, and we have a podcast that's going to be coming out that's going to be exploring the the Chicago Transit Authority. Very exciting business opportunity and an exciting project that we're all involved in. You can you can listen to our podcast by searching for Power That Matters anywhere on the iPhone, on your iPhone podcast software, or you can go to iHeartRadio, or go to dspm.podbean.com, and you can listen to all of our podcasts at your convenience.
I do have a couple questions here,
Sure.
if I may.
And I'll try to answer them. Sure.
Okay. First, I'll preface it by saying that I've used your Defender series, I believe it is, for parking garages. It works really well. So, but you mentioned the Zeus inverter system, and you said that it doesn't have batteries.
Right.
Is it capacitors? Is it a flywheel? What?
No.
How do you produce the energy?
Zeus, we tap into the power from the rail system, since the rail is powered by DC, and that has to run 24/7 by mandate, and it's backed up by diesel generators as well as a electric feed from a second metropolitan grid. It keeps the rail running, but it is not powering the station's infrastructure. So our Zeus simply taps into the DC current that's being provided to run the trains, and that each station uses one Zeus that will provide backup power for the lighting and infrastructure, gate control, communications, etc. I was just talking with the Chicago Transit Authority, and to bring an extra municipal feed to a station, and these stations you recognize are only in miles apart. So the Chicago Transit Authority has hundreds of stations. Would cost over $100 million to bring backup power to the stations. In contrast, a Zeus might cost $100,000 or $200,000 per station. So it's a tenth or less the cost of bringing in a backup power solution from a metropolitan grid. I'm sorry if I over-answered that question.
More or less like a transfer device where you've got multiple power sources?
Well, the Zeus's only power source it uses is the power that's powering the rail itself. Imagine if you just clip right on the rail, if you will, and that goes into the Zeus. There are no batteries in our Zeus. It gets all of its power from the rail itself, the third rail, as it's called.
All right.
A gigantic business opportunity across the country, and engineering specifiers should be looking at it because we're in discussions with the LA Metro right now, and New York and Chicago. This is a need that has been ignored for a very long time, and so we created a product called Zeus just for that.
Okay. And then secondly, you had a device, I think it was the ECM or the PCM?
The ECM, yes.
ECM, okay. And now that looks kind of like a generator transfer device but for an inverter system. Is that correct?
The term generator transfer device, I'm not seeing it that way. I think of it as more of a remote switch. Okay,
but you've got basically a utility feed and a feed off of the inverter, so that you can control. Say you didn't want to control all the lighting, but you wanted to select certain fixtures, you would use that device. Okay.
Yeah,
so it's
absolutely.
It's a UL 924 transfer device.
Yeah. So if somebody actually turned through a breaker that turned off a bank of lights in a part of a building, the ECM can bypass that closed breaker and bring power to the bank of lights.
Okay.
Controlled by our inverter.
Perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions? No?
Okay.
I think we're good.
I really appreciate the opportunity. It's So you people understand, I'm the one who's always intimidated because I know on the other side of the phone is a bunch of smart people sitting there having lunch. And so not being an engineer, I always approach these discussions with a little bit of trepidation. So thank you for being so kind. I'm Tom Banks. I'm the Director of Marketing here at DSPM. We have customers all over the country. We've solved great problems, and we're a great organization. And if you have any needs or questions, please contact us. Nevada Sales is there to help you as well. We're there to help them, and we look forward to an opportunity to do business with everyone and to help become part of the problem solution. So thank you very much, people, and enjoy your lunch and happy holidays. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday with their families. Stay safe, and God bless you for the new year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.